But let's keep the view then on corporate voices that are joining in on the show. And we have Shaunak Amin, who is the Managing Director, Alembic Pharma, to discuss their growth outlook as well as the quarterly performance, which has been a bit mixed. Thank you so much for joining in, Mr. Amin. To begin with, the gross margins have expanded to about 74.8%, and that's largely been led by the superior product mix and your low raw material costs. Can we see further expansion here?
I think it's hard to comment at this point in time, but I think we expect these gross margins to continue in the coming quarters.
Continue in the coming quarters. And this time, the drag on the number, I think, was the API segment. What challenges did you see here, and how do you see growth recovering?
Yeah, so I think API business, I think it's seeing some slowdown as an industry, not just for us. But I think it's we went through quite a rapid expansion in terms of API, not just us, a lot of companies, and we do see a market slowdown and some amount of price erosion in the API side of it. But I think the process doesn't change, so we still work on the API the same way, and I think some of these things are more transitionary in nature.
Said that US business continues to witness double-digit price erosion when it comes to the generic segment, while at the same time, do you expect 10 to 15% growth from the same geography as well? So tell me, what's going to really drive growth in the US region for you?
Yeah, so if you see, I think we've got 12 approvals this quarter. We've launched 2 products. I think we have some more products lined up for launches over the next couple of quarters. We expect that bit to significantly help in terms of augmenting our growth.
Okay, give me some color on what's the kind of volume and the upcoming launches that you're anticipating specifically from US?
I mean, honestly, we don't comment, and I think it's very hard to comment on future launches in terms of specifics. I think you only know when the market posts once you launch it. And it's hard for me to give a forward commentary on these things at this point in time.
I get that. I want to talk about Entresto generic as well, because you've settled with the innovator. By when is it we can expect the launch happening? And how big do you think is the market for this drug? And how do you anticipate it to actually pan out in terms of sales?
Yeah, so I think it's hard to comment. I think at this point in time, I think whenever we have something significant to communicate, we will come out with a press release at that point to communicate adequately to the market on that. But I think there's a lot of moving pieces at this point in time. So it's really hard for me to make a speculative comment at this point in time.
Okay, fair enough. Give us a sense then as to what you're planning for the animal health business, because this has been on a growth path. What are the opportunities?
Yeah, so the animal health business for us has done really well in the last 4 years. We did look at a significant manpower expansion last financial year for our vet business. We added about maybe 250 boots on the ground, and we do see that momentum coming, and we do we're trying to build it out in a far more significant way. So we see this momentum continuing, and I think we look forward to making it a significant contributor to our top line going forward. So yes.
I'd appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining in and sharing with us that growth outlook. However much you could divulge, that's the view on Alembic Pharma. Quick break. Be right back.